Reduce your calls to action on your website by first enhancing your service value and then focusing on people connecting to you. This is my online toolbox providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing to help you grow your business with more quality leads, amplifying more quality. We do it with a hybrid of education, providing a specific strategy behind that education and implementation support too if you so need it. Last week, we were talking about avoiding chat on your website. Check out that episode because so many in the tech community are rushing to something in this vein that we don't support. Also, we had a great webinar last week. If any of you missed it, reach out to us. We'll get you a copy of that. Previously, we talked about don't letting your guard down. Check out that episode because we gave you a half dozen simple steps to simply be proactive without any stress to keep your marketing alive during these busy times in the season of the summer. The week before that, we were talking about having sales being down and not just focusing on leads. Unfortunately, too many people weren't performing, and a lot of times it takes a moment of self reflection to see who in sales may be letting their guard down, and it's not a marketing issue. My online toolbox made a mistake. We forgot to tell people about profitable sales. You got to go over to that side of markupandprofit.com. We have the URL right up on there, but it's the profitable sales book. We should have mentioned it during that episode, so we're just apologizing. But we forgot, so we're doing it now to just tell people that if your sales are down, but marketing is okay, take a moment to reflect specifically on your sales objectives. Buy the book, read it, embrace the topics. It's unbelievable how many people have talked about doing well over the years when they focus in on sales. As a reminder, my online toolbox is usually in front of sales, focusing on the marketing. So when we talked about that topic, we did forget to mention this, so we would like to guide you to the Markup and Profit site and check out the Profitable Sales Guide to help you enhance your marketing opportunities. And this week, we're talking about reducing your calls to action, sometimes referred to as CTAs, on a website. Of course, we know there's going to be some website marketing people falling off their chair because they can't believe that we would say this. But here's what you need to recognize why you're able to do so. So let's throw you a real example. What happens is when it comes to CTA, call to actions, in the old days, when people were building up their marketing traction, they want to have a way for people to easily contact you. So as soon as they land on your website, there's always a spot to put in their name, their phone number, their email, and what their problems are. But let's make sure you see it real. We took out our client's name because they're doing very well. They're aware to reduce their CTAs or calls to action at a later time. But just to make a point, we're showing a beautiful web page that's performing well on their website. But on the right-hand side is the spot that it's taking up about 1/3 of the screen in this case, and it shows reserve your consultation with, and we blocked out the company name. And where, of course, there's the spot where you can enter your name, your phone number, and so forth. And as you scroll down, there's more information about how that you could be helped, what's the best time to contact you, and then click away that you're not a robot and to reserve your consultation. On the left-hand side, going back, you'll see that this was the original introduction to their kitchen. And as you scroll down, you'll keep reading about a story. And then as you continue to scroll down, beautiful pictures, beautiful story, completely SEO optimized. And on the right-hand side, there's also, in addition to the contact information, there's even some extra find us on various different social media. Those are all soliciting yet another way to maintain communications called a call to action. But what we want people to do is also realize that while in the beginning, when websites were first coming out and everybody was jumping through hoops to be able to get someone to click as fast as possible, what we want to do is have you take a step back, and this is real, and the name of the client in this case is called crossbeambuilders.com as the website, and when you go to their kitchen remodeling page, they had the same thing. And it was part of our strategy to have a call to action everywhere. But this particular page had a percentage of it having a call to action, but unfortunately, it was distorting what the message of kitchen remodeling was or is. So when you look at it today and you go to their service/kitchen remodeling page, or just click on the services kitchen remodeling menu tab up on top, as you scroll down, everything staying focused completely on the topic of kitchen remodeling. Beautiful imagery, beautiful story, and the point is that by the time you're done, I abbreviated this just to keep it quick, but when you're on their page, by the time you're done being interested in a kitchen and they've clearly shown the top level type of work they do, we pretty much bet that everybody would be able to figure out, after they're interested in them, where to go to reserve a consultation on the top right hand corner. So the point is that we have a singular page. That page is being enhanced on being focused on reserving a consultation, but only after the value is already enhanced by the person reading it. So depending on the type of marketing you're doing, if you're trying to do some type of 911 service, and I'll keep it simple and generic, something that requires fast response time, and something that also time is more of an essence than necessarily the value or the pristine value of what somebody could do, especially as a builder, remodeler, roofer, whatever it may be, that you really want value in front of how fast you could pick up the phone. You don't need to have a call to action on a page by page basis. I will probably get into numerous arguments with people, especially the younger generation of web developers who want to just say, yes, you need a CTA on every single page and you have to be quickly popping up things all over the place, with the chat boxes and every other way that could distort your message. But try to take a step back and keep this simple. Imagine looking for a lawyer. Imagine looking for a doctor. Imagine looking for any other, what I like to call white collar professional. They have their websites establishing value and having a very singular one or two areas to make contact, excuse me. But that's the point. They're leveraging it where they first want to make sure they're clear as day to the best of their ability of what they do and the service they provide. And then after you acknowledge that that's what you're looking for, you contact them. And if you can't figure it out, more than likely that particular person is not necessarily the ideal client for you in any place. That's our suggestion, to just be aware that you can reduce your calls to action, especially if your website has enhanced the value of what exactly you do and where you do it. This is my online toolbox reminding new people that are not aware of us as a client to check out simply the basic education for more leads for websites. It's unbelievable. If you just allocate 8 hours of your time, spend a few $100, it will completely change how you work, at least with website marketing, for the rest of your life, whether you're doing it yourself or working with other programmers. This is my online toolbox reminding you to focus in on grow your business with more quality leads. Start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.